Welcome friends. In the earlier video discussed about sampling. Under that probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Under the non-probability sampling we discussed about convenient, judgmental and quota sampling and snowball sampling. And in the probability sampling also we look into the simple random sampling. Then we follow the remaining stratified sampling. Population with a number of distinct characteristics. So a frame can be organized into a separate strata. So the population is having distinct characteristics, not homogeneous characteristics. Okay. So each stratum is sampled as an independent subpopulation out of which individual elements can be randomly selected. Population of n units divided into non-overlapping n1, n2, n3, nz such that n1 plus n2, n3 will equal to total n. So then do a simple random in the each strata. Okay. So how many strata? Maximum of 6. Okay. So in order to design the strata, you may take two variables, age and income, or occupation and income. Okay. Based on these two variables, we can divide the strata into the whole population into different strata. Okay. So in a stratified sampling, the strata are divided on the basis of probabilistic method. Each strata has a homogeneous characteristics. So here a very important thing is you are dividing the entire population into 4 or 5 groups or 6 groups. Okay. So within the group there is a homogeneous characteristic. Same age group is one strata. Okay, or the age group between this to this with income of this is in this category. Then strata 2 is maybe age group 35 to 50 with the income, so and so. Okay, so here the age is the main criteria to divide it. Okay. Then from each strata, sample units are based on the simple random sampling. So here while you are taking the strata, dividing the strata, if you take age, from each strata you are taking. Okay. So thereby each age people having a chance to come into the sampling unit. Okay. That is the advantage. That is each strata, each group of people or each distinct characteristic will represent in the population. And earlier I told that based on the age we are selecting some 6 or 7 strata or 5 or 6 strata. How do we select? Okay, from one strata 60%, so from the remaining 4 strata just 10, 10, 10. Is it like that? Okay, well, let us see with an example. Okay. So the entire population having characteristics of male and full time. That is the working people. In the working people, male also there, female also there, and they are full time employees also there, part time employees also there. So here out of 180 employees, okay, male with full time 90 employees are there, male with part time 18 employees are there. So I can say, so totally 90 plus 18, 108 male employees are there. Then female, full-time 9 and part-time 63. So female employees total put together 63 plus 9, 72. So here 108 plus 72, 180 total students are there. Earlier we said N1, N2, N3, N4. All put together is 180. It should come to total. Okay, out of 180, the male is 90. So 50% of the population is male full time. And out of 180, 18 employees are male part time. Okay, out of 180, 18 means 10% of the population is male part time. And out of 180, 9 employees are female full time. And 63 employees are female part-time. So 5% and 35%. So the total population this strata is 50%, this strata is 10%, and 5% and 35%. Okay. If the sample size is 40, the sample size is 40, okay, out of 40, 50%. In that 40, 50% is 20. That is, in the total population, this male full-time is 50%. So again, in the sample, that's a equal representation should be there, 20. Okay. If you take all the 35 in that, then this population represents more, and this strata won't get a chance. So in proportion to the population, 10%, again 4 out of 40, 4. Here 5% out of 40, it is 2. 35% out of 40, it is 14. Okay. So in a equal proportion. Okay. So here it is called as sample size 40 according. This is proportionate to the strata percentage, we are selecting the sample. If it is disproportionate, okay, instead of 20, we are taking 28. MBA part-time, male part-time, it is instead of 4, it is a proportion, it is 4, but only 2. Okay. Female full-time, here we took 2, but we are taking only 1. Female part-time, here we took 14, but we are not. So thereby we are not giving more importance to these strata, but we are giving more importance to this is called as disproportional. Okay. So the stratified, first strata is divided based on the homogeneous characteristics. Here the male and the working time. Okay, so here we took two things, gender and working time. Based on these two things, we are dividing here. Okay, some strata, from that strata in a proportionate manner we took. Then systematic sampling relies on arranging the target population to some ordering system. It is nothing but a simple random sampling. Okay, so again it is arranged in a random basis, and from 1th, 7th and 6th element, 1, 6 and 13 and 90, like that, in a systematic manner we have to. This part of the systematic sampling, random sampling. Then cluster sampling or area sampling. The respondents are similar in nature, okay, and population is divided into some clusters or homogeneous units, usually based on the geography. It is the cluster sampling is a two-stage sampling. Then it may replicate the quota sampling, but I'll explain the difference. First stage, the sample area is chosen. Second stage, a sample of respondents within those area is selected based on a probabilistic manner. In this sampling units or groups rather than individuals. A sample of such cluster is selected, then all units from that cluster or some probabilistic method is used from that cluster. Okay, so here with an example we'll see. One stage cluster sampling. So here we want to conduct a study across Tamil Nadu. From Tamil Nadu, we may, that is without cluster sampling, we may go to each and every district. From each and every district, we may collect some population from a respondent. Okay, that is maybe we can say stratified. But here coming to cluster, the entire state is divided into some district, okay, and maybe some 37 district. From 37 district, some 1 district, 7th district and 13th district is selected on a random basis. Okay, from the total cluster or district, few or some district were chosen, say 3 or 5. From the 3 cluster, all the respondents are selected for the study. If it is a district level, it is very difficult to select all the respondents from these 3 districts or 5 districts. Then if it is not possible, we are going for second stage. Okay, so up to this single stage, and in the single stage on a random basis, we on a random basis we are selecting district 1, or some methods we are selecting district 3, district 4, district 5, say some 3 district or 5 district. Okay, and from each district we are selecting all the sample, means it is ends with a single stage. And what is 2 stage? Okay, but from 3 districts, few samples are selected on a random basis, say from each district, and it is 2-stage sampling. Okay, so first stage, if we selected 3 districts, from the district, all the respondent. Okay, as a district, it is all the complete population is not possible. So we are going for second stage. From these 3 districts, some 100 members or 1000 members on a random basis. Okay. So 2-stage, district 1, district 2, district 20 or 37. So there on a random basis, district 1, district 5 and district 9. And from each district, 100 or 1000. Then multi-stage, next version of the second 2-stage. Again, district 1 to 20 or 37. Randomly, stage 1, district 2, district 7, 9. And from the district, there may be in a district more than 100 villages may be there. Okay, so if not 100 villages, maybe some 10 villages or 50 villages are selected. Maybe if the population of the village is very low, all the household in the village, or again some households, only some selected households from that village. So in district 1 has having 100 plus villages. Out of 100 plus villages, we may select only 30 or 50 villages, stage 2. From that 30 or 50 villages, we may select all households, or we may randomly select few houses or few persons on the random basis. This is stage 3. Okay. Then coming to understand the difference between probability sampling and non-probability sampling. So basis of comparison, meaning equal opportunity to be selected in the probability sampling, but in non-probability is not known. You won't get it. Then alternative is known as random sampling. It is called as non-random sampling. Basis of selection, randomly, it is arbitrarily. Opportunities of selection, fixed and known, it is not specified and unknown. Research, it is good for conclusive research, and it is only for exploratory research, non-random sampling. Then statistical consideration, favorable. In random sampling, we can apply the statistical techniques to test. In the non-probability sampling, we cannot apply the statistical techniques. Inferences, statistical, here analytical. Hypothesis, it can be tested, here we can only generate. Method, objective and subjective. Types, simple, random, stratified, cluster and systematic. Here convenience, quota, judgmental or purposive or snowball. Okay, so with that slide, the sampling is coming to an end. Maybe in the next class, we'll discuss about some other test, maybe parametric test or analysis of data, something else. Okay, thank you.